Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to finish up our crazy hair day. I just want to review some of the things that we did with manipulating the paper last week. So last week we took a strip of paper and we did what we called a zigzag fold, right? And that's where you fold forward and back and forward and back. And we get a zigzag. Then the other thing that we did was we took our paper and we rolled it around a pencil. And we rolled it, and this gave us a curl when we gently took it out. So we got a curl. Then we rolled a piece of paper again, but this time we made it a curlicue or a spring. And by doing that, we took it out and we stretched it. So it went doing like that. So those are the three ways that we manipulated paper last week. This week, we're going to try a couple of other things. Now, it depends on what you have available at your house. So you might want to check things out. I did give a list of some things that might work. You might have wacky scissors, or some people call these scrapbooking scissors. You could take these scissors, and if you have them, you could change the shape of your paper on the edge by trimming it like this. And you're going to change the shape of the paper by giving it that wacky scallop edge. Then you can decide, do you want it to just be straight, or would you like to try one of the other things that we did and roll it? You could roll it around the finger, just don't go too tight so it will come off. And so then you could curlicue it with the wacky edge or zigzag it or whatever else you want. Now, another thing I offered as an idea of supplies you could bring today is you could bring a hole puncher. I couldn't find a regular one. Mine's going to make ovals. But you could put holes in the paper, and that's going to make it look even more different. So you make holes down the paper, and there are all kinds of hole punchers that you can use. Whatever you can find at your house, you can use. You might want to ask an adult to find out what they've got. You could use a 3-hole hole puncher and then just keep moving it along. And so I have this now holy paper, and now I could do maybe a zigzag fold. All right, so I'm going to do something I already did. So you could do that. That would be another crazy hair. Another thing you can do with your paper is you can fringe it. And you see me looking around because I'm looking for my scissors. Here they are. And so fringing means we cut really skinny lines in it. So I'm going to cut my paper up. This takes a little bit of patience. And hey, if you make a mistake, right, and you're cutting up, and you go, oh no, I cut it off. No big deal. Nobody knows. So don't worry about it. Just try again. And so you want to just try and cut these really thin down. And now look at that hair. All right, so you could take that, and if you want to curl it, I would recommend you curl it from the top where it's not cut. It's easier to hold on to it. So you'll hold it. And then this time you're going to definitely have to turn it into a corkscrew because you got to get that end out of there. So then we wiggle it off of our pencil, and I'm going to find the beginning, and that's where I'm going to put my dot of hair, a dot of glue, not a lot. Look at that crazy hair. Look, kind of looks like spaghetti from a scissor. I did put a crimper on the list. If you have scrapbooking people in your house, they might have a crimper, and they might let you use that, and that will make a zigzag pattern on your paper. I don't have a crimper. I'm at home, and I don't have one here. But another thing we can do is you can scrunch the paper. So that's the last choice. So I could put holes in a hole puncher it. I could even use my own scissors. If I don't have wacky scissors, you can take your scissors and you could cut it down the middle, and you could give it a wacky zigzaggy kind of design. And then I will get 2 out of this. So I cut it. Now I've got 2. And so scrunching means you take it in your hand and you crunch it up. Scrunch, all the way to the end. And look at that. We have a different way. So we have done zigzag folds. We have scrunched it. We have done curls. And we've done curlicues. You can try all these different ways out. Make different hair. I want you to try to add at least 6 more pieces of hair to your head. Now, let's say you're out of paper strips. Oh, no big deal. So I was just using paper strips from photocopy paper, but another paper you could use is scrap paper. So I have my school paper here, actually, I have this magazine. All right, it's gonna go in the garbage, so I could take this magazine and I could cut a strip from it. So I could use that strip and I could fold it, zigzag fold, and I could add that to my project. This magazine will give me lots of different pages. You could take regular paper. I have sitting next to me this notebook paper, right? I could take this. I could cut a strip out of this. This is a nice color. Check this out once I cut my strip. Look at that. That's a nice color. So I could take that and I could fringe it. Right? Fringing, we said, was cutting skinny strips. I'm going to cut my skinny strips. Remember, if you're not sure what Mrs. Sook said, you can always play this video back later and follow it along and pause it when you need to. So I could scrunch this. And then I've got, that's some crazy hair, right? It looks like it's fried. So you can try all these different ways. You don't have to just use construction paper. You can use any other kinds of paper. And you're going to glue them to your crazy hair picture and you're going to download it on the Google form. I look forward to seeing all the creative, crazy hair you guys make. Have a good day. So today we tried new tools and combined techniques. Experiment and add at least 6 more hairs to finish your crazy hair picture.